Welcome to the North Korea we were never supposed to see. This is day 4 of traveling inside North Korea, and a day like no other. Today we're being treated to the full house of DPRK propaganda, luxury department stores, floating restaurants, and a greenhouse proudly feeding an entire city. But we also get a glimpse of the real North Korea, raw life in the DPRK, and the one we definitely weren't meant to see, and especially share. Join us on a rollercoaster last day in the DPRK, all aboard the North Korea propaganda bus.
Good morning. You'll never guess where we are. This wasn't actually on our tour schedule, but we're in a revolving restaurant above Pyongyang. Look at this view. Unbelievable. It's the famous hotel. Factories across the city. Residential buildings down there. Let's take you across the other side. The bright lights of Pyongyang. It's trippy as hell. It's interesting to see the city from this perspective. It's very bit party, and you often dip in and out of the residential built up areas. You go through sort of like countryside to get into another part of the city, and when you see it from up here you can see it's very segmented. For example, you've got the buildings just here, and then over in the distance there's a completely different section of the city, and then separating it is some countryside. Over 3 million people live here in Pyongyang. It's so built up, loads of high rises, and as we said in other videos, there's a lot of building work going on, which you can really see from up here. And just down here is the station, and from here you can take trains all over the DPRK, and you used to be able to take international trains to Beijing, but at the moment they're obviously stopped. They might restart soon, and at some point they're talking about trains from the DPRK to Vladivostok. I don't know if it will come as far as Pyongyang, but you may be able to get the train from Russia to DPRK and into China. There's a lot of getting on and off of buses here when we're touring Pyongyang, but some of my favourite moments are like these, when you're just walking on the street and you can just stop and just take in a bit of the atmosphere of the city, watch people go about their daily lives. But these are short segments in between hopping on and off the bus.
The first official stop of the day is a taekwondo demonstration. Taekwondo is more than just a martial art in North Korea. It's a symbol of national pride, strength and discipline. Officially, it's presented as a gift from the Korean people to the world, a source of enormous patriotic pride. Honestly, it was really impressive, and afterwards, we all got to head down and meet the martial artists. And that's where things took a turn for the worse.
Did you have a mishap like poor Josu, or been in an accident recently? We obviously hope that not.
When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions, and insurance companies often lowball clients' claims. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest injury law firm in America, and they will fight to get you the money you deserve. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. And Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for low offers. Just in the past couple of months, they've got verdicts of
12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer. 26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer. 6.8 million in New York, 25 times the highest insurance offer. And the fee is absolutely free, unless you win.
Did you know you can start a claim with America's largest injury law firm in just a click? It's so easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at www.forthepeople.com/Matt and Julia, or click the link in the description box below and save the link for the future, just in case.
Look at the view.
Oh wow. Here we are. It seems like a lot of the time we're circling around the same parts of the city. When we were driving back to our hotel last night, it was just getting dark, people started switching on lights in their apartments, and you could just see through them, just a little bit. And it's fascinating to see that the wallpaper, you know, it's super Soviet, like the pattern and everything on it. And I saw that in a couple of apartments I managed to see that there are portraits of the great leaders. I'm guessing every apartment has to have them hanging somewhere.
So it's fascinating to see the city at night. It's actually very dark. There's not too many street lamps, you know, in the city centre. Say an hour before the flights arrive.
Yeah, look where we're heading. Look at that place. So flashy.
We were treated to a few-course meal and an interesting selection of entertainment, including some DPRK pop.
Another meal in the restaurant here, because it's all about food here in DPRK.
And on that theme of food, we're now off to a local greenhouse. Everything here in North Korea is all about self-reliance, right? So the Juche idea, there's the Juche Tower. So self-reliance, so they grow a lot of their, or all of their food here inside the country. So we're going to a greenhouse now.
I didn't know that's here.
You were saying yesterday that many people have cats, right, as pets, but now more and more people have dogs too. Yeah, it's becoming more popular.
Especially poodles are very popular.
Especially poodles,
Yes.
because they're small, nice in the apartments.
I still can't believe we're here. Well, we're leaving tomorrow, but I still can't believe we're here. Time just goes so fast.
I think it's been such a whirlwind trip, hasn't it? That
It's
hasn't sunk in.
constant emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. What is your favourite Korean food?
Noodles.
Noodles. Pyongyang
Cold
noodles.
noodles.
Yeah.
And chicken.
And chicken. You have good barbecue here.
Here we are again.
The greenhouse we are heading to is about an hour outside the capital. For the first time, we got a glimpse of everyday rural life. Regular homes, farmers working in the fields. It was striking how little machinery there was. Most people were working with bare hands or simple tools, a world away from the gleaming image of Pyongyang. The clips we got are very shaky as unfortunately, the roads weren't great. Pyongyang itself is a special city, not just anyone can live there. You need special permission to become a resident. It's a place reserved for the privileged few, and it became apparent pretty soon after leaving the city that rural life is very different.
It smells like coriander.
They're probably growing it, isn't it?
I think so. I think that's what it is. It smells strong. That would be funny if it did.
Apparently, this greenhouse complex now feeds a large percentage of Pyongyang. As for the rest of the country, well, who knows? The scale of it is impressive, though it used to be an airport before it was transformed into rows of greenhouses growing vegetables. The great leader himself even came to the grand opening, personally offering advice on how to grow crops properly. Of course, you don't want to sound disrespectful, especially if people genuinely believe what they're being told. But by the last day of the tour, we'd heard a lot about the great leader's expertise in all sorts of things. we were proudly shown some plants, which was very interesting. And if that wasn't enough excitement, we even had the chance to buy some cucumbers and tomatoes.
$2 for 1 kilo of tomatoes and $3 for 1 kilo of cucumbers.
All made here.
Yes, apparently there are no chemicals added to plants, so they're organic and really clean.
What do you dream about at night? I don't remember. Too much. Okay. I'm happy. Okay.
Now we're heading to a department store. Apparently we can change some dollars into local currency and purchase something. It should be fascinating. This greenhouse is new, and I'm guessing we're being taken there to show that the country is doing better, things are improving, and everything is there for people, which is good. I guess when the country is self-reliant, then you have a bad season and then you're left without food because the country is heavily sanctioned. You need to rely on yourself. So I guess it's really good that people will get more food.
It's all about the Juche idea.
I don't know where you going.
Maybe making popcorn there as well. This department store is actually the only place that foreigners can use the currency, the local Korean won here. Usually we have to pay in RMB, Chinese yuan or USD, but this is the only place we can exchange our USD or Chinese yuan for the local currency and then have a good old spender. Let's see what we can buy. And down here we use Korean won.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
use Korean one here, and I think second floor is for foreign currency.
Okay.
And the rest?
Restaurant? And I think a swimming pool? No, swimming pool?
Ooh.
You know, I've been to a restaurant once.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
Good. What food do they do? What cuisine, what food do they make?
Fast food, rice, and sushi. Noodles.
Do you like sushi? Do you like sushi?
Yeah, very much.
We can walk around the supermarket.
Yeah, I guess why not? Yeah.
I guess
So?
we're free to go anywhere, right? We weren't told otherwise, so
Yeah. So the rate is $10 is 89,000 Korean won, and yeah, we've got Chinese yuan, but we're going to change $10 worth, so we're going to have 89,000 on us. We're going to be bloody rich, finally.
You made it.
We made it.
100, yeah?
Yeah, let's change 100.
Do you actually want to buy anything or just...
Maybe something small, just so we can keep some small change.
We were told that we're not allowed to take any local currency out of the country, but also we were told that no one is going to check our dirty laundry.
안녕하세요.
$120-something thousand?
126,000 I think it was.
Where shall we run first?
Let's have a look around the supermarket downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this shopping mall is obviously catered at people with a little bit more money, and I think there's a lot of imported products here, it seems, just glancing through the window, right?
Yeah, I've seen lots of washing powder and shampoos,
Let's have a look.
shaving foams as well.
So actually these are all Korean, right? These aren't imported. No, it's all Korean.
I doubt they will be imported from,
No,
the other
no,
side,
no, no. I highly doubt it. Got some sliced bread here, which is 12,000 won. So that works out as about $1.30, I think. Yeah, about a pound.
Yeah.
And then powdered milk, 3 packets for 20,000.
There is some alcohol over there. Let's have a look how much.
Let's check it out.
110?
So that price is going to be in dollars, right? That's US.
$110.
Yeah, of course. They're sanctioned. This is all special imports. But you can get Chivas Regal here in Pyongyang, $42. There you go. Scotch whiskey. 안녕하십니다.
So I'm guessing, as we were told, that lots of things are being subsidized by the government, like essentials. I'm guessing we are not going to see them here. But what are the essentials? I mean, I know cooking oil, I remember, but what else is essential?
Yeah, they did go through some of the like real staple products. Rice is subsidised, so people get food tokens alongside their wages, don't they? And then you go to individual government-owned shops that just do oil, that just do rice, and then you see them dotted around the city. But then these supermarkets with like different products, they're not any subsidised goods, how I understand.
Let's see what's over there. One thing I can tell straight away in this shop, there's a lot of just ultra processed food.
Oh, price that honey. $20 about for some honey. So here we got, is this gochujang? Something similar, right? Red pepper paste.
Maybe it's called different because we did ask about gochujang and we were told that there is no such thing here.
Yeah, it's got to be called different, isn't it? 5,000 won. 안녕하십니다.
Eggs, duck eggs.
Duck heads, 35,000. So the street that this shopping centre's on is called Embassy Street, and we've just gone past the, I think it was Swiss and also the Iranian embassy, as well as I think the Iraqi embassy. And for that reason, I think this department store is a bit of a hybrid, right? It's for the people here in Pyongyang that are perhaps closer to the elite, and then also for the foreign embassy workers and tourists, etc., you know?
Doing some octopus.
Oh, wow.
79,000.
79,000. Not $8? Yeah, about $8.
Yeah.
Look at
Not
that.
too bad, to be fair. And scallop. Prawns, mussels.
Again, I don't think every supermarket is going to have this selection of goods. So you need to be kind of nuanced when we look around here. And also we need to take into account the local wages, right? Kind of, I guess, when we're reading that, certain goods seem okay price-wise, but it's all relative, like everywhere.
We don't know how much people earn a month.
No.
Don't know how much they are though. But a bundle of bananas in our hotel cost $20. We bought possibly gochujang, not entirely sure, and local soju to try tonight. Yeah. As we were walking around, we were told that we're not allowed to film there. I was surprised to see how much they had, but I don't know, and I don't think it's a regular shop anyway. It's more, seems like it's more upmarket.
mean, they have octopus and prawns there, but
We've come up to the clothing floor now. So each floor of this shopping mall has something different. So let's go and have a look at some of the clothes. We might be able to get a nice DPRK suit they all wear here. Right, the electronics section. You get a Sony TV.
what?
It's in sanctioned DPRK.
Okay, it just goes to show that I think no matter where you are in the world, you can get anything. It's just about being able to afford it.
It's just about money and connections. Again, I think this isn't where your average citizen of Pyongyang might be shopping. I don't think it's even where your average well-off citizen of Pyongyang would be shopping.
That seems affordable. $72
For a fan,
yep. How much is a washing machine?
448.
Alright. Fridge is 528. Now let's keep going. See what we can find here. Lots of different toys. What's up? Painting? Interesting painting? Yes, of course.
What do you think?
Oh my god. I think you totally should buy it. You wouldn't believe this. We have exactly the same thing we bought in Vietnam.
That's nuts. Everything comes from China.
Let's see what else is that. Pots and pans. 240. It can't be in dollars. Rich, is this $214?
Yeah, it's imported though.
Oh, I thought it's gonna cook for me.
Yeah, there were some perfumes for around 500 a bottle. Yeah, expensive.
Okay. Are you looking for something specific?
Looking for Korean-made goodies.
Tell me if you find anything.
Oh, the soft toys are Korean-made.
I mean, I wanted to buy a toy for my nephew, and this will be perfect. What auntie buys toys from North Korea?
So they're made here.
Oh wow!
We've gone for cuddly toys instead of paintings.
He's judging.
RMB. Locals here in DPRK can pay using QR codes on their phone, so it's not too dissimilar to China or other parts of the world. 감사합니다. Bye bye.
Well, that was certainly very interesting, but we can't really get a clear answer as to what this shop is. Is it some sort of a duty-free shop or what it is? But
People are
yes,
definitely shopping there, right? Locals. There
Yeah.
are locals going around. I just personally think, same with everywhere around the world, you know, you can get access to most things if you have the means to it.
yeah,
And it's obviously, how I understand, a very small percentage of society. But to go around and say, oh, this is a fake shop, you
Yeah.
know, this is there for us, I think is looking far too deep into it, you know. Personally, I think it's just a shop
agree.
for the elite, right, in the centre. 안녕하세요.
안녕하십니다. Back on the bus. Yep. We just got back and I realized that we haven't actually shared our room with you. As you can see, it's super dark. It's a little messy, but you know, we run the marathon and we're having really long days, so don't judge. We literally just sleep and shower here. This is the bathroom. And we have a bath. I've got to say that we were told that there could be power cuts and the water may not run, especially the hot water. We had shower every day and it's been good, thankfully. So yeah, this is the corridor area. Quickly, boom, boom, boom. And this is the room.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
We're twin beds,
Yeah.
which is a shame, but it's really nice. We've got a balcony area as well. We'll show you the view like in the daylight. We'll take a photo of it. But I don't know what I'm showing you now. You can't see anything.
You can see anything.
It's really big. It's really big. I think it's a really good size. And we've got a phone from a different generation. Interesting. It's a nice phone. Chinese, I think.
We got the short straw because our friends, they have balconies, and we'll see if we can get inside their rooms to show you the balcony, but I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. Anyway, we need to go downstairs because it's our last night here.
And also the important was
No way!
Our time in North Korea has been both intriguing, surreal, and at times deeply eye-opening. We came here with an open mind, hoping to understand more about a country hidden away from the world. And we learned a lot, met some fascinating people, and even managed to interact with some locals. But overall, we're leaving with even more questions than we arrived with. One thing is for sure though, as with so many places around the world, nothing is ever quite what it seems.